This is the biggest challenge that I see in my trainees, whether it is in college or in corporates, right? Now, for those of you who don't know, my name is Nandeep, and I've been a communication and soft skill trainer for like over 7.5 years now. And this problem is like a foundational problem, okay? It is a lack of independent thinking, a lack of original questioning. Now, you might have seen during school days, I still remember teachers used to tell us, especially during exams, a honest zero is better than a copied 100, right? They might used to write on boards and stuff. But I've done my bit of copying as well. Confession here. Most of us might have done it. But that habit really does not just show up in the exams. It is in many other aspects. Like when we hear other people's opinions, that shapes us. And a lot of external opinions just like shape our thoughts. But few people, you see, they get all the input and then they start to process that and then start to think originally, start to ask original questions. What do I mean by original questions? Questions that arise out of a curiosity, a natural sense of curiosity because of like thinking, and this is something that I'm interested in, and I've been studying about this. Not everybody has this naturally, but it can be practiced. Okay, why is this important, and how can this be practiced as a skill? I'm going to be sharing certain ways towards this video. Okay, why this is important is because we're going to make decisions in life, important decisions always we have to make in life, right? And for this and for a lot of other reasons, this independent thinking has to be definitely practiced. We are in a society of information overload, wherein social media and news and all of that, we have multiple opinions. And it's really important for us to have this complete self-awareness, self-reflection. This is like a practice that I train in my community, the Productive Lifestyle Hub. You might have heard of this RAP routine model, wherein the first step is to get the self-reflection and awareness so that you know your strengths, you know your core values and beliefs, because all of us are different and all that. So once this is there, then you will start to apply the knowledge that comes in and shape that to your full benefit, whether it is the decision that you take or whether it's the food that you eat, instead of just blindly getting some knowledge and then just acting on it. So this is something that I see as the major challenge. Like I said, because of the education system, and also sometimes because of the culture wherein we depend a lot on parents, or parents bring us up in such a way that they don't really make us reflect on ourselves and then bring out what we really want to share or be opinionated about. So there are a few ways that we can start to be more independent in terms of our thinking and questioning. But before I get into that, I just want to share this incident that happened in my life. So there's this French writer who says, judge a man not by his answers, but by his questions. Okay, I'm not sure if that's the exact quote, but it's the same here. I'm just paraphrasing. You judge a man by not the answers that he gives, but the questions that he asks. For example, in my childhood, before the exam, even in college, just before the semester exam, we all used to ask, ma'am or sir, could you please give us the important questions so that we can prepare for the exam? And the teacher tells us, okay, these are the important questions, you just prepare and stuff. And I remember asking this question to one teacher, why are these important questions important? I just out of curiosity asked this, and the teacher said, because these questions are repeatedly asked in the examinations. Probably the teacher was busy, but I was just like went back and I was just not satisfied with the answer, but I was just thinking that was not the answer that I was looking for. It was more like, what makes these topics important? How is it like, in practical life, what makes it important and not? But it was more, again, if you see, it was like an academic point of view, like because it is asked in exams and you need to study and stuff. But if you notice here, what are the important questions is a question, and why are these questions important is another one. And this question is more important. This, what are important questions, is just something that will help you in that particular examination to get good marks, probably. But this question, why are these questions important, or why is anything that you say important, is gives you a deeper answer. It gives you a broader perspective to the whole subject. So this is an example of how um, and how questioning is more important, because again, from school point of view, when somebody raises the hand and gives the answer whenever teacher asks, that person is considered, okay, top class student. But if you start to reflect, I mean, I've had this conversation with my school friends as well, that the the answers that they say is might not be with full conviction of the subject in place, or even if they kind of understand it, it's not with the practical application in life. It's just theoretical knowledge and like memorization. And when the teacher asks, whatever we've memorized or marked up, we can just share, right? But again, Voltaire's quote here: judging a man's by his the questions that he asks. Now, again, now this question that I asked to teacher and a few other questions, I've always bugged my teachers with a lot of questions. Okay, sometimes they even get annoyed and stuff, but I kind of never somehow, I mean, luckily I never shied away from asking questions. But this I see as a lot of problem in the trainees. And from now, I'm going to share few ways how you can develop this habit. Number one, listen to different varieties of music. Okay, the reason is this: when you have one particular taste in music, when you try to just expand your taste, try to listen to a different genre of music, try to understand why people like that genre, because for every type of music there are people who really enjoy it, and you might think that that's not really nice. So try to enjoy classical music. Try to enjoy, punk rock. Sometimes these songs, even though it might sound a little different to you, you can connect to them in different times and different emotions and stuff. So this is it. So when you try to explore new genres of music, this can expand your thinking. It can really support you in thinking new patterns, okay, if that makes sense. And second one is, start reading more books, but in different genres. Like, try to read comedy, just try to see in the other point of view, like just expand your tastes. And the same thing goes for movies. If you think that, try dark humor. If you don't know what is dark humor, try to watch some dark humor movies. I mean, one that just comes to my mind, which I watched a few years ago, is What We Do in the Shadows. And that film was like funny. It was nice. So if you have a pattern, if you play some game like badminton or cricket or whatever, try to play it in a different way. Try to include a new style into that. Just try it out. It doesn't matter if you do it well or not. But when you start to explore these habits in your routine or lifestyle in small ways, then you're working your intellectual muscle, right? It's just like if you want to increase physical weight, like you, instead of lifting 5 kg dumbbells, you can lift 7.5 kgs in order to put on more muscles. Just the same way, for your intellectual or mental exercise, you can just expand the awareness by being open to different things. Just try it out and explore yourself, right? So that would be one way that I want to say. And also, just a quick bonus here: if you have done yoga and guided meditation and stuff, have you noticed, if you haven't, just try it out, that when you relax or doing savasana, like the corpse pose, when you close your eyes, they tell you that, just imagine the vast sky, the blue sky. And next, take your imagination to outside of the planet. Imagine the entire universe and the stars and things like that. And then they come back to the body, right? Now come back to the breath or something like that. So this is an example of how it's powerful, because you just with your imagination and thinking, you're just expanding your thoughts, your imagination. And when this happens, you are more open to things, you are more open in your thinking, and naturally open in your actions, and um, open your decisions. Your decision making goes wider, so you won't just focus on a problem in a narrow point of view, and you'll be more resilient naturally. So this is a deep topic. I can go deep into it, but I just want to share this quickly, that this one challenge of independent thinking and how you can start to explore yourself more and have this self-reflection awareness. Okay, so if you like this content, just like and share this with people whom you think might benefit from this. Just let you know that this every Sunday, actually, from 11 o'clock to 12:30 for 90 minutes, I do a webinar about how to be the most resilient and productive person. And you can, whether if you want to target that toward making money or live the most productive lifestyle, I have this thing called wrap routine model, which I explained in the webinar, can be the most powerful 90 minutes of your life. People have told me the same. If you're interested, just hop in this Sunday. I'll see you live, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment box. Let me check them down, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. I've gotten good at this, haven't I? My mentor will be proud. Okay, so do all this, and I'll see you live in the webinar. Okay, check out the link below in the description. Take care. Bye bye.